Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 445, number 445 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow us on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. Now, folks, we've got a lot of things to talk about today. And, listen, I just want to get right into it because this is very serious business. We are in serious times here, economically, politically, and socially. And I think that we need to have an extensive conversation about it today. So without any further ado, I'm just going to get right into the markets at this point. And if I happen to go in any tirades in between presenting the markets, you just please bear with me because we are in some... I mean, listen, I told you this was going to happen. Didn't I say this was going to happen? Didn't I say about a couple of months back that nothing good was going to come of all these leftists, of all these celebrities, of the lamestream media trying to sit here and, for whatever reason, antagonize civil unrest in this damn country? I said nothing good was going to come out of this, and the more days go by, the worse and worse it seems like it's getting, folks. Now, on the positive note, recent polls show that Donald Trump, regardless of what the lamestream media is trying to portray as it shapes, or at least attempts to shape, the narrative in the average everyday Joe six-pack in America, 53% of America is approving of Donald Trump, and that particular approval rating is rising, and it has no... I mean, listen, I know that these lamestream, mainstream media talking heads are effective to some extent. And we're going to talk about that here later on in the broadcast because I want to reiterate something. The game of politics is like a game of chess. And really, the power is in how you manipulate the pawns. And you see, that's really the game of political science. And what I'm going to talk about later on in this broadcast is that regardless of how you view things, regardless on how you perceive things in the media, or whether you're well informed, or whether you see through a fallacy, it doesn't necessarily count because you are just one of 350 million people in the United States of America. And really the game of political science is to shape the minds of those that are just wanting to live their everyday lives. Average, everyday Joe Six-Pack America. And you see, Joe Six-Pack America isn't very political. And why should they be? I mean, these people are the engines of our society. These are the people that are out here doing the blue-collar labor, that are doing the jobs that basically take the bulk of their time and their lives. And whenever they're informed about political matters, they're informed by maybe a couple of different sources. 10 o'clock news, for instance, whenever they happen to be flipping through the channels and leave it on CNN, MSNBC. And you see, this is where, unfortunately, the mainstream media still has a captivation, a hold on the American psyche at this point. And that's why I am going to try to basically highlight this and outline this as much as I possibly can to make everyone understand why what's going on here, whether left or alt-right, is not very favorable to Donald Trump. And it seems to me that there's a lot of nefarious things afoot as it pertains to not just the Antifa, not just the left-wing lunatics, but also the so-called people that call themselves the alt-right. Because what these people are doing, in my personal view, and we're going to talk about this later, is that they are trying to basically discredit the Trump administration to give fodder to illegitimizing his presidency. And we're going to get into that later. And listen, I am not happy with what transpired last evening, and I'm just going to leave it at that so I can just go right in to the damn markets, all right? Now, with that being said, let's get into the damn stock market here. Now, folks, if you've been looking at the weird intraday charts of these indexes, whether it's Dow, the S&P, or the NASDAQ, I mean, what kind of charts are these? I mean, seriously, what the hell's going on here? What it is, folks, low volume. Low volume, which means not too many people are buying in the market. Luckily, there's not too many people selling. And when it ever does occur, whenever we see like a sell-off within the day, and I'm looking at level twos, I'm watching the charts, I'm witnessing this, even though I'm not day trading, because I don't think the past few days have been conducive for day trading, in my opinion. That's why I haven't suggested any stock in the morning. I'm watching this, and I am perplexed. I can't believe it's going on. I mean, what's really going on, folks, is what I've been saying time and time again. There is a collusion, all right, going on amidst the hedge fund managers, mutual fund managers, the big fund managers out there on Wall Street. All these people have to do is agree, and what could this do for planning-wise? These guys get together at some cocktail party, with a couple of prostitutes, and they're in the midst of, partying, and then they're like, hey, you know what we should do? Yeah, well, what should we do? I tell you what, we got low volume out here in all the sectors out here, all the different indexes, all right? We all control at least about you have $100 billion in your fund, you got about $200 billion in your fund, and we're close to $1 trillion, right? Let's just go and let's keep buying up orders whenever the stock market tries to go downwards, and let's just prop it up and spread our orders across a variety of different accounts, and then we're in there. And what does that mean? That means that what's happening here is that we've got a collusion with these hedge fund managers. And whenever these prices start going lower, whenever the indexes start going lower, dramatically people start buying blocks back to prop up certain stocks so that the indexes could look propped up. This is happening on a consistent basis. This has happened since Dow Jones 20,000. The Dow Jones 20,000, as I stated back then, was a pump and dump. All right, it was a pump and dump, And as we have been seeing it gradually go downward, because I said this was going to happen. You can look back in the archive. Everybody who's listened to me in the first hour, you know I said it. When the Dow Jones Industrials hit 20,000, I said it was a pump and dump, and what's going to happen is they're trying to lure people into this market. They're trying to lure this into this market, and they're trying to get people to buy in at these high prices so that these big hedge fund managers, mutual fund managers, big money managers gradually start incrementally coming out of the market with the profits and leaving these folks that are just coming in right now being lured by the hype. Because, I mean, haven't you noticed, I mean, if you're just out and about, people are starting to talk about the stock market that don't traditionally talk about this. And because they're doing it, it's because it's on the damn TV every day. It's on the mainstream news. It's on the local news, for Christ's sake. Everybody's talking about the Dow. It's a pump and dump mess. And the reason they can do this so easily, folks, is because nobody's buying. It's low volume. That's what I keep saying. Low volume means there's nobody buying. There's not enough trade or shares exchanging hands. It's low volume, and because of that, it's easy to manipulate this market. And I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, then go ahead and buy at these prices and see what happens to you here in the next couple of months. All right? Anyway, as I'm stating, folks, I don't know why they're propping up this market. Somebody is making a concerted effort in propping up this market, yet trying to make it look as if, hey, it's just flat. You know, we're just taking a little bit of a downturn. We're still close to the 20,000 mark. Meanwhile, you're getting people and just selling off major blocks, you know, big time. Listen, the only people that are actually investigating this is Zero Hedge, and I want to give them much props for being, you know, an unconventional yet effective publication in both the realm of business and in the realm of politics. And I strongly advise everybody to read Zero Hedge whenever possible. I mean, these guys, they go into what I have been discussing here on the abstract, and they go in on the technical. When I was discussing that this was a pump and dump, these guys went in and looked into the books of a lot of the major funds out here, and they started realizing what I'm saying is true. Now, obviously, they didn't give me the credit. They obviously did the research. They deserve the credit for their work. But what it says is, folks, is that those of us in the market that really know what's going on here, and not just some imbeciles that happen to be, you know, lucky with a couple of stocks and think that they're freaking expert stock pickers, for Christ's sake, what we're understanding is that this is looking eerily similar to crashes of the past. And when it is, I don't know, because somebody's propping up this market. These hedge fund managers are propping up this market. There is low volume out here. And as I stated time and time again, this market is dominated by these guys. I mean, Obama out-regulated the individual investor out of the damn stock market. Hey, folks, do y'all remember when we used to see all those goddamn E-Trade commercials with the baby? Remember that? Remember the TD Ameritrade commercials and all these commercials? Charles Schwab, all of them. Oh, yeah, Scott Trade. All of them. Remember, they used to be all over the place. They used to be on Super Bowl ads. Y'all remember that? Well, you don't see it. All right? You don't see it anymore because thanks to Mr. Yes We Can and the Democrats, they have out-regulated the independent investor, and there's no reason to advertise on that much of a basis any longer, because why should they? Because if the only people that are actually going to trade in frequency for them to be able to make profit on their commissions are going to be the ones that have over $25,000 in their brokerage account, which is a very, very small portion of the population. So as I stated, folks, you can thank Mr. Yes We Can and the Democrats for out-regulating the damn independent investor out of the stock market, all right? And as we continue to go day by day, I hope, and I have it from the grapevine, that we are going to see loosening regulations in the investment department as far as independent investors are concerned. But I think that we still, especially independent capitalists who would like to day trade in their days off or utilize day trading as a supplemental income, I think that you should forward your grievances and state the following to Mnuchin, to Trump, to Ross, to your congressman, to everybody that you want the $25,000 limit to day trade law lifted. You want it lifted. You want to be an independent investor that can throw $500 or $1,000 into a brokerage account and then just start trading that day. Because it's that easy to make liquidity in this market, folks. And the average everyday person is being deprived from doing so because of Mr. Yes We Can and the Democrats over here. We have to let this damn regulation be yanked. All right? It's got to be yanked. So I encourage everybody that wants to be a capitalist, everybody, listen, if you've got $500 that you're going to save at the end of the month, wouldn't you want to go and trade the hell out of that and make that $500 to potentially $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 through pattern trading? And you folks have been listening to my broadcast. It's not hard, man. It's not hard to pattern trade, for Christ's sake. So that's why I am saying to each and every one of you, go and contact these people via social media, email, call them, and say you want this regulation prohibiting you as an American who doesn't have $25,000 to put in a brokerage account from day trading. It's a shame. It's a travesty. And I hope that people listen to me actually go and do this, because believe it or not, when you forward your grievances to these politicians, enough of you, when you bombard them, they actually start curving their perceptions on what they think is right, but depending on the constituency that's responding. Anyway, with that being said, I'm sorry I'm going off keister here. I just want America to be made great again, and I think that everyday American working people are missing opportunities to gain liquidity to supplement their income and to give themselves a better lifestyle because of stupid, ridiculous regulations that were, let's be honest, they were carved up and crafted by the folks that donated to the campaign contribution account of Barack Obama and the Democrats. Jesus Christ. Once again, all I simply state, folks, you want to know why Hollywood is uppity about Donald Trump? You want to know why the mainstream media is uppity about Donald Trump? You want to know why all these public media figures are uppity about Donald Trump? You want to know why the college campuses are all uppity about Donald Trump? Take a look at how many billions, all right? $1 trillion of transferred wealth in the stimulus package 2 bill, all right? I'm serious. I mean, if somebody goes and itemizes everybody who got cash in the stimulus package 2 bill, today's upheaval and today's uproar by those that are supposed to be left of the political persuasion all of a sudden starts to come clear now. All of a sudden starts to come clear now, for Christ's sake. Look into who got paid off in stimulus package 2, which was the first bill to be passed in the Obama administration and the democratically dominated Congress. The first bill, the stimulus package 2 bill. And then it all comes clear why these people are so loyal to the Democrats, huh? Oh, then it comes clear why the lamestream media seems that they are a propaganda machine for the Democrats, doesn't it? Oh, that's what I'm talking about, folks. These people have a vested interest in the continuity of the Democratic Party because they gave them $1 trillion of taxpayer money for no goddamn reason. And I can't believe I was the only one that was pissed off and screaming and talking garbage about this on the internet at the time. Everybody else was just kind of waxing their carrot, not knowing what the hell was going on. And you see, I once again want to reiterate stimulus package 2, stimulus package 2, stimulus package 2. Put that in your goddamn head. That's the reason why we're seeing so much leftist opposition. Stimulus package 2, stimulus package 2, stimulus package 2. Read it. And you see the transfer of wealth. You'll see all the hundreds of billions of dollars that went to media, that went to the goddamn Hollywood industry. They even got the porno industry on this, folks. All the corporations, all the media companies, all the tech companies, all the retailers. I'm serious, folks. Read it. Stimulus package 2. Read it. Read it. And you'll see why you've got so much opposition. You'll see why we have so much opposition at this point in time. You'll see why the media is just continuously pumping out slanderous lies about the Donald Trump administration. You'll understand why you've got all of a sudden all these professors and all these universities rabble-rousing their students into uproars. Then you understand why all these celebrities are crying crocodile tears and utilizing their venues as a means of talking garbage, if not inciting riots and hysteria and civil unrest. Stimulus package 2. Look that up, and you will see why these people are so loyal to the left. It has nothing to do with anything politically ideological. It has everything to do with how they got paid. It's all about money. Don't let any of these dumbasses ever make you believe otherwise. All right? Even these dumbass communists, you dumbass communists out here, I hate to get off on this tirade, but it goes along with economics. You damn communists talk about you hate capitalism, you hate capitalism, you hate capitalists. You idiot. Karl Marx is the whole fundamental idea of communists, and the communist idea is economics. It's economics. It is an economic theory, you moron. And moreover, it's not as if he was against the idea of capitalism. It was as if he was against the idea in which individuals could rise themselves out of a given situation while leaving everybody behind, and that's what he was pissed off about, truth be told. And in essence, what he wanted was an elite, a new elite that didn't comprise of the merchant class, which at the time of Marx's existence was emerging and superseding a lot of the nobility at the given time and discombobulating Europeans' aristocracy. And this idiot Marx thought that, hey, look, if we continue going down this direction, workers are going to be obsolete because the development and advancements of technology, because of capitalism, even though he didn't say the words capitalism, because of capitalism, it will basically just create technology that would make workers obsolete. So what Karl Marx was trying to do, in essence, is trying to stop the advancement of technology by usurping the means of production, and by usurping the means of production, dictate the proletariat, a.k.a. the people. And as that dictation of the proletariat happens, it was basically, in essence, to slow down technology and be able for whoever was, and you see, Marx didn't really define the dictatorship of the proletariat. That was later defined by Lenin and Mao. So for you folks that are asking, what the hell is the dictatorship of the proletariat? Well, it depends on what interpretation of or what variant of communism you're talking about, Leninism or Maoism. That's why you hear people, I'm a Marxist-Leninist, I'm a Marxist-Maoist. But anyway, the point is that the whole idea that contrived communism is an economic principle of controlling the means of production and dictating the advancement therein and the production therein. And that's the essence of it. I mean, in essence, you want a bureaucratic body, a Politburo, some kind of a union in charge of the means of production, as opposed to the individuals themselves being in charge of the means of production. I mean, so in essence, you are capitalist. The only difference is that you idiots in the
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit mbusa.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
You idiots in communism want to basically, instead of working for the capital, instead of working for the achievement, instead of actually going and putting in initiative and creativity and innovation to gain your prosperity and your prestige, you want to just go and take it. That's all you want to do. You want to rob it from people. You just want to take it away from everybody, and you want to justify it in political hyperbole. That is communism, you dumbasses, all right? That is communism, you stupid, ungrateful idiots. And as a matter of fact, thank you to Mark Montag. Let me go ahead and retweet this. This is episode of True Conservative Radio 179, when I detail certain stimulus package projects and the dollar amounts that went out. Check it out. There it is. I'm retweeting it now. Thank you very much, Mark Montag. I mean, this was a long time ago. I mean, when the hell was that? That must have been about 2009, for heaven's sake. I've been talking about this for years. Anyway, let me go ahead and continue on with the broadcast here. I know I'm going off keister about communism and this and that, but in essence, folks, communism is an economic theory, and the basis of it is economics. It has nothing to do with culture. It has nothing to do with all these other variants that these Marxist political theorists have made you sensationally believe. It's all about a whole group of people taking control of the means of production and the power of the state. It's as simple as that. All you morons are out here, waving communist flags. You aren't going to be a part of that system. You want to know why? Because if you were going to be a part of that system, you wouldn't be out there rioting, waving flags. You'd be in the back in the intellectuals lounge of wherever the hell these communist jerk-offs hang out, looking at it on TV and basking in what you've created, because that's what communists do. They enjoy rabble-rousing the simplistic idiots that claim to be communist. They enjoy rabble-rousing the simplistic idiots that think they're somehow connected with their common man. They have manipulated you people into doing things that you idiots don't even know you're doing. Anyway, let me get to the goddamn markets, for Christ's sake. Anyway, listen. Bottom line, these markets are flat. It's low volume. Anything could happen at any time. I'm telling you this right now. In February, if some bad news happens, like, let's say, for the sake of argument, some kind of war breaks out, because I think that Donald Trump, if you want my personal opinion, he may go after a couple of countries. Let's just put it that way, all right? I mean, it's about time America starts being taken serious again. You got all these countries rabble-rousing, thinking we're a bunch of punks. It's about time that America goes in and literally kicks ass. I mean, none of this managing war horse crap. Go in there and kick ass. But if that happens, you better well know that something's going to happen to this market because of the low volume. Bad news, anything. If we get some bad economic data, anything happens. A terrorist act, anything could bring this market collapsing down dramatically. I mean, there is nobody buying in this market. And if everybody starts running to sell to offset whatever impending uncertainty that is looming, then this damn stock market is going to come tumbling down to levels that you can't even imagine, unless you were around during 2008-2009's crash. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the markets, okay? The Dow Jones Industrials is down 6.03 points, a percentage decrease of 0.03%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrials at 19,884.91 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. Once again, not too far away from 20,000. And as I stated here about a couple of seconds ago, any bad news could send this market come tumbling down. But at the same time, something that these crack-smoking investors on Wall Street interpret as good news could bring this son of a bitch going right back up because of that low volume. Low volume is a double-edged sword. Low volume can, send things going skyrocketing up, or it can send them skyrocketing down, or I should say crashing down. So that's why I'm saying to everybody out here that you better watch your investments, all right? I know everybody's basking right now at their 401ks. Everybody's basking at their retirements, basking at their portfolios. What have I been saying here for the past months? Accumulate gold and silver as a hedge against uncertainty, because we're headed towards a lot of uncertainty, and that's where all investors go, as a hedge for uncertainty. And I said that traditionally in good times, when you got good stock markets, you've got good employment, you got good economic growth, sustainable GDP that's decent, that's full employment, you would traditionally just want to have about 10%, maybe 15% gold, silver holdings in your portfolio. But, man, right now I'm advising people to up that to at least 25, if not 30%. I mean, I've got about 28% of my portfolio right now of gold and silver holdings, and any time that I take a break from pattern trading, which, folks, pattern trading, I don't just take the money that I get from pattern trading and just blow it out in the streets like I'm, some pimp or something. All right? I mean, what I do is I continue to accumulate that particular liquidity to continue to trade, stack your goddamn chips, and once you got a huge chip stack, once you start looking at your scoreboard, which is the damn brokerage account, and you have a astronomical amount of money, way more than you had maybe about several months back, well, then that's when you offset some of that liquidity made into long-term investments. I mean, you don't just go out and get all kinds of badass liquidity in pattern trading so you can burn it. And that's the biggest misconception of folks that are out there in the pattern trading field. Very easy to make money. All right? Very easy to make money, for heaven's sake, okay? And the reason I say that is because, just look at the way in good markets. I'm not talking about low volume market that we're in now, but in decent market when there's a considerable amount of people wanting to buy stocks, very easy to catch a dip, ride a wave. Very easy to catch a quick $200, $300, $500, $1,000. It's very easy to do so, but you got to make sure that everybody in the market is buying and selling together, that you can't have no buyers in the market. And that's why, folks, if you're in the pattern trading game, if you're in the day trading game right now, you've noticed that if you have any stocks that are on the big board that are high percentage gainers, and once the day's trading session starts, you start seeing some decent waves in the beginning of that stock. A pretty good dip, pretty good waves, maybe about 2 or 3 dips. And then after the third wave, it starts flatlining into short and choppy crap. And that's because all these investors that are in the day trading game, and there's a lot of them, folks, it's not just individuals. I mean, you've got computers that are autonomously trading that are doing this as well. You've got individuals that are out there on Wall Street, traders on Wall Street that are doing the same damn thing. You've got all these fund managers that are doing the same damn thing. That's why when these goddamn people and machines find these stocks and start trading it themselves, it starts flatlining because there's too much volume. So that's what's really been screwing up any potential good plays as it pertains to day trading. Very, very upsetting here in the past couple of days. But the gold and silver for the past several days, and I've been telling people on gold and silver for the past, Jesus Christ, 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, people were saying, hey, Ghost, gold is retracting. It's losing a lot of money. What should I do? Buy it! What are you doing? Buy it! Anyway, let me continue going here. We were talking about Dow Jones closing out at 19,884.91 points for the Dow. Let's get to the S&P. It is up very modestly today, all flat. Look at that. 1.31% increase on the day for the S&P. A nothing burger. All right, and a percentage increase of 0.06%, closing out the S&P at 2,280.85 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. It's also flat as hell. It is down 6.45 points, a percentage decrease of 0.11% decrease, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,636.20 points for the NASDAQ composite. Very, very flat market, and the reason is because it's a goddamn low-volume market. Nobody's buying right now. Not only is nobody buying stocks, nobody's buying anything, for Christ's sake. Did y'all see Amazon? Thanks to Squid Girl, she brought it up to my attention because, she's actually trading some stocks. Amazon has gone down in the aftermarket because of lack of Christmas sales. Lack of Christmas? Are you kidding me? I mean, if anybody I thought was going to gain any kind of traction in this retail game, it was supposed to be Amazon.com. I mean, this should go to show you folks that there is not enough money being circulated around here. Not enough money being circulated whatsoever. And that's why Donald Trump's point of emphasis is jobs, jobs, jobs. And once jobs are created and there's money circulating in people's hands, that's when people can create wealth, and that's when true capitalism can start happening and bringing people that have their own ambitions, their own creativity, their own innovation, having themselves get themselves out of whatever situation they are in and put themselves in a new position. And the only way we can do that is that we have economic opportunity for all. And economic opportunity does not mean a handout. It means that if you want to take the initiative to go out and work, and you go out and work and you save so many some odd dollars, and you live modestly for a couple of years because, you have to. If you ain't got crap, then you need to realize you ain't got crap, and you need to just basically realize that, hey, I need to take a year or two off and just focus on my priorities, all right? Focus on the fact that I maybe need some clothes. I need a place to get a place to crash. I need a roof over my head. I need to. These types of things. You need a job. And then once you build yourself some net worth, that's when you can start graduating yourself into different lifestyles. So that's why I'm saying, folks, we need jobs, 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 and I'm glad that's a point of emphasis in the Trump administration. I'm just really upset that these goddamn son of a bitches in the Republican Party are trying to sandbag a lot of the promises that Donald Trump has made in the campaign for political purposes. I think it's ridiculous. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the commodities, shall we? Energy, really flat today in energy, and the reason I'm saying this is because I don't think anybody knows what the hell's going on. That's why I'm not touching energy with a 10-foot pole. I said this yesterday. I'm going to continue to say it. I do not buy energy at this point in time. I mean, we've got too many oil producers, and we've got the United States coming around the pike at some point to produce their own oil. I mean, we've got oil all over the place in America at this point. I mean, we could be energy independent, which would be great for our economy. I mean, do you understand how much expendable income the average everyday American would have if we lowered the cost of energy by like 75+%? Because that's what will happen if we domestically produce our own energy. We would reduce the cost of energy by at least 75%. That's a humongous amount of expendable income in the consumer's pocket, which, of course, is an opportunity to create wealth. The more money people have in their pocket, the more opportunity there is to create wealth. Wake up, man. I always tell the inner circle this, whenever I talk to the inner circle and stuff. I talk to them and I tell them, listen, and I think I've said this on the show several times as well. Capitalism is very easy to understand, okay? Everybody out here right now, okay, is walking around with money or a credit card in their pocket. Now, right now is probably not the best time because they probably don't have that much in their pocket. But in a sign of full employment and a full economy, everybody will have money and a credit card in their pocket. And it's up to a capitalist to convince that person to voluntarily give that money to them and walk away as if they felt they spent their money wisely, properly, or feel good about spending the money they're in. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, everybody in this country right now is walking around with money in their pocket. All you got to do is just convince them to give it to you, all right? And then have them walk away and say, you know what, I feel good. That was a good purchase right there. That was a good money well spent. I'm a happy, satisfied customer. It's it. That's capitalism. That's it. That's all there is to it. So, take that advice, and hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for folks out there listening to this broadcast. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to energy. WTI sweet crude is down 24 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.45%, closing out WTI at $53.64 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Brent crude oil down a penny, percentage decrease of 0.02%, closing out Brent crude at $56.79 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline taking it on the teeth, although I don't think it's reflected in the damn gas prices, but it took it on the teeth today, down 2.60% decrease on the day for gasoline. Natural gas up very modestly, 0.79% increase on the day for natural gas. Heating oil down today, 0.99% after seeing 2+% increases yesterday, seeing a slight sell-off. Who else do we have here? Let's get to the metals, all right? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! All right, let's get to gold because, look, very volatile in the metals department. I tweeted this morning that I was looking at the big board in the pre-market, and the only thing that had any volume to it were the gold ETFs and ETNs. And the only reason that I don't suggest those is because those aren't traditional dips and waves that you see in equities. Gold is a very fickle market. It changes on a whim. It changes on an instant. And to be completely honest with you, I would not day trade gold ETFs or ETNs or silver ETFs, ETNs. I would just hold them for the long term and just ride the volatility as the price of gold and silver continues to increase, and that's what I've been doing, and that's what I advise everybody to do as far as I'm concerned. All right? Anyway, let me go ahead and let's continue going here. We've got gold up today, $9.20, a percentage increase of 0.76%, closing out gold at $1,217.50 per troy ounce of gold. We've got silver. Silver is up today 4 cents. It was actually up very, very dramatically. It was up almost 1.5% earlier today. And then, of course, this fickle market, right at the end of the day, they decided to go ahead and sell off. So, once again, this is not necessarily an ETF, ETN you want to day trade. Anyway, silver is up 4 cents, a percentage increase of 0.20%, closing out silver at $17.49 per troy ounce of silver. Copper took it on the teeth today. It was down 1.09% decrease on the day for copper, and platinum flat as ever, man, flatter than Lady Gaga's chest. Platinum is down 0.01% today on platinum. Let's go ahead and get to agriculture, shall we? All right? Let's go ahead and get to agriculture. Now, grains, folks, we're seeing a lot of mixed bag in grains, mostly green. Anything that slid very modestly today. Let's go ahead and get to it. We've got corn here. Corn is down 0.20% decrease for corn. Wheat up today, 0.17%. We got oats up today, 1.69% increase on the day for oats. Rough rice down, or excuse me, it's actually up today. It's actually up 0.05% increase on the day for rough rice. Soybean also up 0.05%. We've got soybean oil up also 0.82%, and canola is up 0.61% increase on the day for canola. Let's get to the soft, shall we? Now, cocoa is seeing a sell-off today. I have no idea what's creating that sell-off, but it is down 1.19% decrease on the day for cocoa. Coffee,
hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless you have my coffee, dude. Just don't talk to me.
Shut up! Anyway, coffee is down for some reason, 2.80% decrease on the day for coffee. I wonder if this has anything to do with people boycotting Starbucks. I wonder if this has anything to do with that. I hope so. I sincerely hope so. And if you don't know by now, folks, if you don't know by now, if you are on the Trump train, if you're a part of the capitalist army, do not buy Starbucks, all right? Do not buy Starbucks. This is a company that right when Donald Trump enacted through executive order his immigration reforms, this is a company that defied the president and said it was going to hire 10,000 illegal immigrants at their Starbucks locations. I mean, that's a spit in the face, folks, to everybody in this country. That's a spit in the face to our troops. That's a spit in the face. And that's why I am encouraging all boycott Starbucks. I'm not joking around. And if you buy Starbucks, anybody with a Starbucks cup in their hand, they are promoting the illegal immigration that basically robs not just regular everyday American citizens of jobs, but veterans of jobs, of people with disabilities that are Americans with jobs. I mean, there's not enough jobs as it is now. There's not enough jobs as it is now, for heaven's sake, folks. And you have this asshole, this Starbucks corporation, thumbing their nose at the American citizens that made this company the goddamn entity it is today, saying that it's going to defy the rule of law in America and give 10,000 illegal immigrants jobs. I'm serious. The CEO of Starbucks should be arrested as far as I'm concerned. I'm not joking around. We need to start arresting people. I mean, I'm tired of this crap. I just want to go back to civil society again. I want to make America great again, and it seems that everybody on the left, because their gravy train that they got in stimulus package 2 has come to an end, they just want to make sure that the whole goddamn thing goes into disorder so that they can go and... you know what? I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm running out of time here. Anyway, coffee is down 2.80%. Sugar is down 1.39% decrease for sugar. Orange juice, good God, an orange juice down 2.89% decrease on the day. We've got cotton up today, 0.61%. And once again, I was talking about this lumber dispute that has now been once again enacted, or at least reignited, that had always been around. There's a lumber dispute between Canada and America that had always been long-standing that is just now being reignited thanks to the Trump administration and, you know, the cuckold connoisseurs that are out there, and unfortunately in Canada with the Trudeau administration. I mean, there's a new kind of a I don't really know the technicality of it, but somebody brought it to my attention. I talked about it yesterday. Lumber was up about 1% and change. Today, lumber is up 2.96% increase on the day for lumber. So it looks like there was a little bit to what exactly I discussed. I want to thank once again Forrest in the Inner Circle for highlighting that particular anomaly that I wasn't necessarily aware of. Anyway, with all due respect, I had no idea that lumber was going to be affected because of the Trump administration, nor did I had any idea about this dispute in between Canada and the United States lumber industries and how it was reignited with this Trump election. I had no idea. Anyway, we have what is this? Rubber. Rubber is up today, 0.42% increase for rubber. We've got ethanol up 0.26%. Let's get to livestock. Livestock, folks, is starting to go up now. And, folks, have you heard about the bacon shortage? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I was talking about this goddamn shortage back during National Pork Month. Y'all remember that? I was saying that it's not the fact that there's not enough lean hogs. There's a processing problem. They don't have enough processors to process the demand. And that at some point was going to be affected in the market, and we're seeing it now. Have y'all heard about it? I told you, folks. I'm telling you, I told you. I read the crop reports, all right? All right, I'm serious. I'm serious business, baby. Making money, baby. That's what I do. Anyway, livestock. Let's get to live cattle. Live cattle is up today, 1.56% increase on the day for live cattle. Maine. It looks like those, cheap T-bones and ribeyes and porterhouses are going to come to an end here soon. We got cattle feeder also up today, 1.37% increase on the day. And, man, lean hog all over the place today. Take a look at the day chart on lean hogs. But it closed out today up 0.69% increase on the day for lean hogs. And I'm telling you, I think it's going to continue going up because of this processing problem. I called it back during National Pork Month, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, let me get to the Bitcoin price. Now, what have I been saying about Bitcoin? What have I been saying? I said that this would be an opportunity to potentially, try to get a few bucks by getting a few Bitcoin. Have you seen the Bitcoin price today, folks? Bitcoin, $1,008.50 per Bitcoin. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I guess, Jesus Christ, we're already running out of time. Let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs. And, of course, before I do, folks, I'd like to remind everybody we have for a very limited time, man, these Valentine's Day cards on Ghost.market. I just want to say I'm going to pull these down here probably Monday or Tuesday because, I'm going to try to get these out so that everybody can get them on time in or around the time of Valentine's Day. So once again, hook those up. Each one of them are going to be numbered. It's going to say Valentine's 2017. We're gonna make sure to Valentine's Day up the envelope or something. We're gonna do something. All right. Once again, Ghost.market, baby. All right. Ghost.market. Anyway, for all those folks that want a Twitter shout out, all you got to do is go to my Twitter account. The Twitter account is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio. I didn't even put live. I unfortunately erased that. I was such in a damn rush. I don't have time to do crap anymore, man. I literally had to, swallow a goddamn, for a freaking steak sandwich in a matter of 5 minutes. I don't have goddamn time to do crap. I don't have time to do crap. Anyway, True Capitalist Radio is the tweet to retweet if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Hey, engineer, do we have any Twitter shout-outs? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. What's going on to the Green Leader? How you doing, mate? The Smiler in the house. We've got Squilliam. We've got, I'm not going to say that for Christ's sake. We got Smooth Capitalist, Green Bio in the house. What's going on? Once again, to Mark Montag, he's in the place. ND Juicy, what's going on, man? Chris Hyde in the place. Silverman to the Woodshed. Yeah, we're going to talk about that stupid parentheses, Skankosaurus. I'll tell you that right damn now. We got Ann and the Wizard in the place. Big McLarge Huge. We've got the Neon Knight in the house. Berkeley Bonfire Party. That's not even funny, man, but we're going to talk about that here in a minute. We got Brandon in the place. We've got Novelty Best, Jimmy Howe in the place. Laggett, what's going on, man? Who else do we have going on? Once again, you want a Twitter shout-out, just retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio. You know, True Capitalist Radio. I got a little anxious. I don't have enough time to do jack. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we got Sergeant Yoda in the house going on, man. Go to the oven, Silverman. Oh, man, no, come on. Don't make me say that. Don't make me say that, man. Anyway, we got Kingfish in the house. What's going on, Kingfish? We got Supa, Ghostler Sheckelstein. That's not funny-ass crap, all right? That's not funny at all. I'm not a Jew, okay? Lady Gaghost. You shut up, man. Just shut up.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit mbusa.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
We got King Meme, Baxter Chen. Who else do we have? We got Taco Capitalist in the house, Critical Sands in the house. We've got, I'm not going to say that disgusting name, you sick, twisted pricks. Jesus Christ, man. There's Blood Fart. What's going on in the Blood Fart? There's Sloppy Joe, Jerry Garcia in the house. We got Remington in the place, for Christ's sake. We got CDI Fan 237. We got Roldy V equals Psycho. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? We got Norwegian Capitalist in the house. Xbox's Real Work. We've got the Inkling Capitalist. Okay. We've got the Sneak Man in the house. TCR Fashion Police. What the hell does that mean? What, you want a fashion segment on the show? Is that it? Huh? Is that what you want? You want a fashion? You want a fashion segment? Okay. Oh my God! Look at her dress. Give me a freaking break. Shut up. Anyway, who else do we got? I'm only going to take a couple more of these because I can already see where these are going. They're just trying to fruit me up. They're trying to, have me say things so that they can use for future goddamn idiotic splices. I know you. And there's a name called I'm Not Saying That. Now, that's really great. That's really great. Mrs. Ghost Valentine. You know what? I was going to put a Valentine with Mrs. Ghost, but I saw what some of you idiots are doing with Mrs. Ghost's autograph. Screw you, all right? Screw you. Anyway, who else do we got here? We got Ghost equals Tard Magnet. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? Shut up, all right? Shut up. Listen, look, I don't know what the hell I'm doing on my broadcast to, magnetize tards. All right? Now, listen, I don't mind if people that are innocent tards, listen to my broadcast. You know what I'm saying? Those innocent little tards are like, yay, 1 + 1 equals potato, yay! My favorite color's clear. Yay! My favorite number's 0. Yay! But, man, it's these, weird, half a diabolical freak show, antisocial, manipulative, snot-nosed, spoiled brat tards that seem to, whatever reason, just seem to be magnetized to me in this show. I don't get it. Man. You know what? I really do. I'm trying to figure out what it is. What it is about this broadcast and the half a tard magnetism that I'm obviously projecting out there. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, am I tapping into some kind of a half a tard frequency? Am I tapping into some kind of antisocial, half-a-tard, weird-looking heads, on stickly body kind of... I'm just asking. I mean, what I don't understand is this. These people that are half-tards that claim to be, I don't know, autistic, Asperger, whatever they try to claim they're... whatever. I just find it ironic that they know all about their stupid little cartoons. They know how to get on the internet. They know how to call the show. They know how to, I'm just saying, they know all about this crap. They know how to make troll accounts. They know how to cause a little internet drama. They know how to chat and commiserate with one another. I mean, I just don't believe this crap, and I'm telling you this right now. Parents should be held accountable for the stupidity of their children. I'm sorry. I mean, and look, I blame psychotropic drugs. All right, I blame psychotropic drugs for this. Because what parents do, because they don't want to take care of these stupid little brats, and I don't blame them, they're a pain in the ass, all right, they decide to take them to some pseudoscientist and a psychiatrist and say, oh, Billy, he's being bad, and I don't know how to take care of Billy. And the psychiatrist is, he's getting kickbacks from the pharmaceuticals that he's kicking out. So he's like, hey, you know what, let's give him Prozac. Let's give him this. Let's give him that. And then, all they got to do is feed this kid a pill, and the kid's in his room zonked out of his mind, thinking who the hell knows what they're thinking. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what the problem is. I mean, I think that's really like at least 85% of the tard problem. Or half a tard problem in this country is the psychotropic drugs. And I really mean that. I really genuinely mean that. Anyway, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. All right, and let me tell you something right now. If you're not following me on PoliticsGhost, I mean, you're missing out on some information. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. You understand that? I mean, I drop red pills on Twitter, for heaven's sake. All right, anyway, with that being said, I'm going to continue with a couple of more Twitter shout-outs, and then we're going to move on with the broadcast. What's going on to Distilling Capitalist? How you doing, man? Ghost is Bill Hicks. What the hell are you talking about, Ghost is Bill Hicks? I'm not Alex Jones. Anyway, who else do we have going on over here? What's going on to Commando Nando? How you doing? Let's continue going, folks. I'm not even joking around. If you want a Twitter shout-out, all you got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. Hold on a second. Donald Trump has just tweeted here. Lady Gaga prefers bridges over walls. You just burned this bridge, bitch. Did he really just tweet that? No, he didn't. That's a fake Donald. You asshole. Whoever did that, go screw yourself. I hope you burn in hell. Some fake Donald Trump account, you stupid, dumb son of a bitch. Seriously. I was going to say, I mean, what the hell kind of a tweet was that from Trump? I was even going to call up Trump Tower and say, hey, can I speak to Mr. Trump, please? Oh, no, he's at the White House now. I forgot. He's our president. He's the president now. We president now. It's almost surreal, baby, the capitalist revolution. We president now. We president now. Anyway, who else do we have going on over here? Make Bitcoin Coin great again? Are you serious? Who else do we have here? We got Tard Magnet merch. Tard Magnet, you son of a... Tard Magnet merch. What? Tard Magnet? Oh my God! You know what? Oh. You know, I'm getting pissed off by this crap. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting pissed off at this crap. Oh, my God. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Tard Magnet merch. I don't even think that's... no, I'm not going to do that. That's hardcore, man. That's sad. Tard Magnet merch. Oh my God! No! Somebody, you know, you guys are getting sick. Somebody just put a graphic of a magnet with Masked Pony's face. Jeez! Son of a bitch! All right, that's it. No more Twitter shout-outs. No more Twitter shout-outs, for Christ's sake, man. I'm not a Tard Magnet, okay? I'm sorry. I was just joking. I was just making a joke. I'm not a goddamn Tard Magnet, all right, you son of a bitch. Look, there was just a handful of tards. And most of them, all right, most of them are under the age of 20. I just want to reiterate that. I want to put that as a point of emphasis. Most of them, if not, wait a minute, most of them, all of them. All of them. What am I talking about? All of them are under the age of 20. A bunch of man-child, mama, spoon-fed, titty-fed idiots. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I mean, seriously, man. Tard magnets? Tard magnets, huh? How do they work? Tard magnets. How do they work? All right, I've had enough of this. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Give me my damn drink. I've had enough. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the damn Twitter shout-outs. This is getting ridiculous. All right, we got some really serious crap to talk about here. All right, instead of Tard magnets. All right, we don't need to be talking about Tard magnets. All right, I'm tired of freaking half a tards. I'm tired of them. Where the hell was I, engineer? I don't even know where the hell where was I? All right, well, let me just continue going, for Christ's sake. All right, I mean, because I've had about enough. All right, I've had about enough of this. It's time to get serious here, right? It's time to get serious. Let's calm down. It's time to get serious. Talk a little bit about Donald Trump here, about how he's rocking the planet, baby. You understand that? And this is why I'm saying Donald Trump, he's tired of this stuff. He's tired of being the bitch of the world out here. And that's what Obama has made America. Obama made America the bitch of the world, and they're trying to test Trump at this point in time. And let me tell you something. I'm glad we put Iran on notice. I'm glad we put Iran on notice because these idiots, as I stated yesterday, and now the lamestream media is talking about it today, that this ballistic missile had the capability of carrying a nuclear warhead. Even though it fizzled out after about 600 miles, it doesn't really matter. They are attempting to try to test ballistic missiles to deliver a nuclear warhead. And I am glad that Donald Trump is putting these sons of bitches on notice because, as I stated yesterday, the Iranian government should have been toppled in 2009 when the Iranian Revolution and the Iranian uprising happened. And unfortunately, the Iranian Revolution and the Iranian uprising fell on deaf ears. Fell on deaf ears. Fell on deaf ears, for Christ's sake. Nobody came to the assistance of the Iranian Revolution in 2009, and we talked about what happened to those folks, and I don't want to relive that. I don't want to talk about it. But by God, Iran, you're on notice, all right? We're not bitches anymore. This isn't the cuckold connoisseur America of Barack Obama, where, he's got some tranny that is about like at least 2 times bigger than he is, more ways than one, out here dominating this power bottom. You understand that? I mean, we got a capitalist in office. We got a man in office out here. And let me tell you something, you goddamn Iranian pieces of fundamentalist Shiite crap. You come at us like this one more again, you see what happens to you. You understand that, boy? You think that your population wants to fight any more wars for your fundamentalist crap? I know for a fact they don't. I know that the majority of the youth, which comprises the majority of the population, don't want to be under the Ayatollah's rule. Most of the Iranian population who are younger love Western culture, love Western civilization. But unfortunately, folks, they are prohibited from partaking in any kind of Western interaction because of this fundamentalist government that is controlling them with an iron fist. So for the Iranians to flex nuts at this point and to launch ballistic missiles as if they're going to scare somebody, let me tell you something, Iranians, you got another thing coming. You've got another thing coming. And I'm telling you this right now, the Iranians are not going to fight for you. They're not going to fight for some old prostate-infected Ayatollah. They're not going to fight for some propped-up president that is nothing more than the puppet of the Ayatollah. This is over with, all right? This idea of fundamentalist Shiite Islam is gone, all right? The people have spoken. The young have gotten tired of your stupid wars. It killed their parents. It killed their uncles. It killed most of the males in their family. That's why the Iranian population is more younger than older by like 2 or 3-fold. So go ahead, Iran, flex nuts. That's the whole reason why you want the bomb, because you know that your people wouldn't fight for you. You know your people wouldn't fight for you, boy. And aside from Trump rocking it with Iran, he basically told Mexico in not too many words that, hey, look, we may have to send troops down there at the border to take care of some bad hombres, which literally scared the bejesus out of Mexico. What did I say? And that happened after this idiot from Venezuela decided to get on TV and supposedly declare war on the United States if they, quote, invaded Mexico. You understand that? So I'm telling you this right now. We're not messing around out here, all right? We're not going to mess around. This is America. You idiot globalists want some. You come get some at this point in time. We're ready at this point. All right, that's why we're gonna double down, triple down on our military, and we're gonna take on the goddamn globalists if necessary. I'm not joking around. And look, the whole thing about the thing with Australia's prime minister got blown up out of proportion. Okay, I mean, he did not curse out the prime minister of the damn Australia. What it came down to was they were on a telephone and they were talking about a given deal that was made during Obama's tenure, conveniently towards the end of his tenure, in which the United States was obligated to taking some of these wild Jehudis that were transplanted to Australia for some reason. I don't even know why Australia is even getting in the Jehudi refugee business, but they decided to take some, and we were supposed to take a good brunt of those. And, Donald Trump's like, hey, wait a minute. We don't want to take any more Jehudis up in here. I mean, we're already monitoring all the idiots that this damn treasonous Obama brought in to begin with prior to me taking office. I mean, we don't want the next Boston bomber coming from Australia, and it was nothing more than a negotiation. It was a negotiation about a given issue. It had nothing to do with this guy cursing out, talking garbage. Nothing of that happened. And to be honest with you, what it comes down to is that Trump doesn't want any more refugees coming into this country. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Look at what it's done to Europe. You stupid little social justice warrior snowflake idiots. I know it's very easy for you to, virtue signal and claim that you're so for immigration and so for immigrants. Why don't you research what is happening in the European Union on all the major cities that accepted these refugees? Why don't you take a look at France? Why don't you take a look at the streets of Paris today? How about that? Why don't you YouTube search the damn streets of Paris today, and you'll see what the refugee problem has done to that city. Why don't you take a look at all the rapes that are happening in Germany because of the refugee situation? Why don't you take a look at the Sharia law that's being erected in certain villages in Germany because they are overpopulated by refugee Yehudis? Why don't you take a look at what's going on down there? The complete and total destruction of the cultures of Europe. I'm not joking. The complete and total destruction of the cultures of Europe. And it seems, as far as I'm concerned, with the exception of small pockets of resistance within Europe, that Europe, France, I'm talking Germany, I'm talking Sweden, I'm talking all these countries that are accepting this migration situation. These people are losing their cultures and they are submitting. They are submitting voluntarily. How and why Merkel even still has a shot at the upcoming German election, I have no idea. I have no idea. So once again, Donald Trump is rocking the planet with his stances on Mexico, Iran, and Australia. And let me tell you something right now, man. Donald, be expecting more of this, because it's about time that America was respected again on the world freaking stage and not like acting like somebody's bitch out here. We're nobody's bitch. America's nobody's bitch anymore. The capitalists have taken control of state power, and we are going to use it to the fullest extent. We're going to change America to what it was and what it should be, not to what these idiot leftists want it to be. I'm telling you this right now. I've told you that we have taken control of state power, and I'm going to keep reiterating this. This is a capitalist revolution. This is America's last stand against these disgusting, despicable collusion, this specter called globalism. And I'm telling you this once again, communism is globalism. Globalism is communism. And that's why we are taking a stand. We are taking a stand against this globalist takeover of our country. And you see, all these agents that are in wolves in sheep's clothing out here, that are trying to character assassinate Trump, that are trying to delegitimize Trump, these individuals have a vested interest in doing so, because I'm telling you, go back to stimulus package 2. This will give you a reason why these people are against Trump. It has nothing to do with politics or idealism. It has everything to do with money. Stimulus package 2, all right? Read it! Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next subject matter, because I want to go into extensive detail about what transpired last night at Berkeley University. Now, for you folks that are unaware, there was a scheduled speaking by one Milo Yiannopoulos, which, folks, let's talk a little bit about Milo at this point in time, okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually appreciated Milo during the campaign of Donald Trump. He was a useful personality in the context of being a homosexual man on the right wing of the political spectrum, which kind of softened the whole notion that Donald Trump was anti-LGBT. But that quickly changed, and that changed even in the middle of the campaign and as Donald Trump was elected. Milo Yiannopoulos has gone from somebody who used to espouse intellectual explanations for his stances and his controversy. He's gone from that to being a real-life meme. I mean, literally a real-life memer. And he's not accomplishing a goddamn thing. And if he's doing anything, he's trying to provoke. Now, I know people are going to disagree with me on this because, unfortunately, as I tried to talk about in the beginning of this broadcast, you folks don't understand political science. You don't understand that political science and the game of politics is a chessboard. And basically, the big pieces in the back of the pawns are the ones maneuvering the pawns necessary to create a strategy of domination. I mean, that's political science, correct? I mean, that's why each and every different variant of political philosophy is trying to gain influence, if not in this system, but in every other system across the globe. It's about the domination of political ideas. Okay? Now, with that being said, just because people on the right view the Berkeley riots that happened last night, and I'm going to get to why it happened, even though y'all are viewing this as a instance in which the left is proving themselves irrational, proving themselves violent, proving themselves, kind of as ignorant as we on the right know they are, I find it funny that why Milo went to Berkeley University, of all places, the belly of the beast of leftism. I'm talking the belly of the beast of leftism. Why exactly would he go and speak at a liberal college that he knows would invoke a reaction that would have the mainstream media spotlighting it, whether it transpired into the Berkeley riots that we saw yesterday or whether they just transpired into hostile shouting matches? It really doesn't matter. I just find it ironic that here we have Milo Yiannopoulos in Berkeley University. And I had people tweeting at me yesterday saying, well, Ghost, you don't understand. Milo Yiannopoulos was invited there. He was invited to the Berkeley University, so it's not his fault. Yeah, you know what? I've been invited to BronyCon. Does that mean I go there? Huh? I mean, seriously, I'm not even joking around. I mean, that's a stupid, ridiculous excuse if I've ever heard one in my life. I've been invited to BronyCon. Have I gone and showed up there? No.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
So what I'm saying is, folks, is that anyone looking at this from afar, okay, anyone looking at this can see that what Milo Yiannopoulos is doing, he is doing this for a provocation. Now, there is a enigma that arises from that provocation because what is the actual motive of this person? Many will say right off the bat that it's money, that he's doing it for money. But I disagree with that because I think that he could do this for money at other campuses and be a lot more profitable. I think he could do this at campuses that aren't as leftists, that aren't the belly of the beast of leftism, that aren't, in California. I mean, a variety of different reasons, and be a hell of a lot more profitable. Why would he go to Berkeley University? Folks, it's the same reason Richard Spencer went to Berkeley in May of 2016. I know not too many people remember that, but there was a big uprising and a big uproar about Richard Spencer. And you see, it all comes back to this idiot again. It all comes back to this dumb, stupid, Ruski agent again. to provoke unrest. And you see, this is what makes me very concerned about, and look, I'm not saying that Milo has a connection with Alexander Dugin, but Milo is doing things that Dugin is trying to promote. Now, for you folks that are not familiar with Alexander Dugin, which is known in Russia as Putin's brain, which is Putin's, he's even self-admitted favorite philosopher. And I mean, for you folks that are unaware, this guy is a political theorist. He wrote something called The Fourth Political Theory, in that he tells his followers to create the alternative perception of all variants of the political theories that are currently in existence, and have them converge on each other in a major confrontation that will eventually destroy the earth. But there's a flip side. These idiots in Dugin's theory, his book is called The Fourth Political Theory, these people are going to come out of the ashes and create the fourth political theory out of the chaos and the destruction of all political theories previous. And folks, Alexander Dugin's symbol for his political philosophy is the symbol of chaos. So with that being said, let's go back to Milo here. Milo now is provoking a reaction at the belly of the beast of liberalism. And that provocation now has resulted into a massive riot in which property was damaged, fires, just nonstop carnage for the past evening. And Milo gets on a YouTube video looking very nonchalant, if not smiling about it, as if it was something funny that he contributed to. Now, this goes along the same lines, folks, with all due respect, as D. Ray McKesson. Because what Milo did, whether it was a bunch of Antifa leftist morons that were sitting there destroying their own goddamn campus, and I'm talking Milo, he has allowed the already bought and paid for mainstream media and in the tank for the Democrats and the leftists to put the spotlight on this particular issue and to carve out the narrative of the pawns on the chessboard and relating Milo Yiannopoulos and his dangerous rhetoric. Have you noticed that narrative being talked about time and time again on the mainstream media? Dangerous rhetoric. His dangerous rhetoric led to the uprising that led to the destruction, the chaos, and unrest in Berkeley, California. Now, I know there's going to be people here stating that, well, Ghost, who cares? He didn't do that. He was invited to be there. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. What are you talking about? Of course he did something. He provoked the reaction that he knew he was going to get. Now, whether you think it's good or not, that's not the point, okay? The point is that whether you agree or disagree, whether you believe that these people are nuts, whether you believe that these people asked for it, whether you believe that these people are idiots, it doesn't matter. The idiot mainstream media is projecting an image to Joe Sixpack, who is not very political, who comprises the majority of this country, that Trump and his surrogates are dangerous. All right? That's what they're saying. That's why you keep hearing this damn rhetoric. Trump's rhetoric is dangerous. Trump's rhetoric is dangerous. And you see, the lamestream media keeps highlighting Richard Spencer. Now they're highlighting Milo Yiannopoulos. Now they're highlighting that Cernovich guy. They're highlighting David Duke. All of these characters are not favorable to the Trump administration at this time and are now being used as tools to discredit and delegitimize President Trump. And that's why I'm saying, okay, whether or not Milo caused this or not, well, regardless of what you want to think in your head, all right? Regardless. This was not the appropriate time for Milo Yiannopoulos to go into the belly of the beast of leftists and go out there and provoke such a goddamn reaction, because now the lamestream mainstream media is having a field day on this. The lamestream mainstream media is having a field day on this, and now you've got average, everyday Joe Six-Pack thinking, you know what, that Donald Trump, what's he doing to our America? What's he doing to our America? He's got a gay guy over here, getting these people all wild up over here. What's he doing with America? And I'm telling you this right now, I am going to be the first one to tell you, okay? I want to be the first one to tell you that I renounced what Milo Yiannopoulos did yesterday. I think it was a complete provocation that was unjust at this point in time. I mean, right now, the Trump administration needs as much help as it possibly can to gain the momentum of the United States general populace so that we could start making America great again. And Trump is against all odds. He's against the political system. He's against the media. He's against the international globalists. I mean, he's against all the nonprofit organizations, George Soros' Open Society, the Ford Foundation. And what? You've got people disguised as, quote, alt-right or whatever the hell they're trying to call themselves, trying to help in the progression of that delegitimization of Trump's presidency? I mean, that's what Milo Yiannopoulos is. Now, folks, I don't want to go too conspiracy in this conversation here, but I just want to let everybody know that I think that these people are all paid agents. I don't think that any of these folks, and this is my opinion, I don't think that any of these folks are down with Donald Trump. And if they were, they wouldn't be pulling off this type of shenanigans to put more egg on the face of the administration. I'm talking about Richard Spencer. I'm talking about Milo Yiannopoulos. I'm talking about Cernovich. I'm talking about David Duke. Hell, I'm even talking about Alex freaking Jones. And the reason is because this connection with all these people is starting to become a little bit too ridiculous. It's becoming a little too ridiculous at this point in time. And in my opinion, folks, I think people need to take this Russian connection into the alt-right very serious. And I think that we need to call these shills out for what they are before they really destroy the presidency of Donald Trump. It's bad enough, all right? It's bad enough that we've got leftists out here, all right? We've got leftists out here trying to degrade the integrity of our political persuasion. But now we've got people within the alt-right supposedly trying to sabotage. Now, on another twist, I don't know if you folks are familiar with the Illuminati card set. There's a lot of eerie things that are on that little Illuminati card set, and if you're not familiar with it, I strongly advise you to look it up. The Illuminati card set was a role-playing game that was created in the mid-'90s by an individual out of Austin, Texas. And in that Illuminati card game, he kind of drew and kind of created cards that were eerily similar to things that have happened and have come to pass thus far, such as the Twin Towers, an airplane going into a building. I mean, it's a very, very freaked out game, the Illuminati card game. But one card comes to mind that no one really takes into consideration. I want to thank Tech Capitalist for bringing this up. Take a look at this card here. Take a look at this Illuminati card from this role-playing game that is eerily similar to something. Look at that. Look at that right there. You see that right there? I mean, folks, I'm telling you this right now. We can't trust anybody that is claiming to be an alt-right anything. Alt-right is a Russian concept. Actually, truth be told, the guy who coined it was Jewish. So for all you white nationalists, you need to look back at a guy by the name of Godfrey who, believe it or not, Richard Spencer interviewed in 2011 or 12 or something like that. And then thereafter, this idiot started using the term alt-right after he interviewed Godfrey. But I'm telling you this right now. All right? I'm telling you this right now. This is not a joke, and we need to start keeping our eyes open as it pertains to the snakes in the grass. And I'm calling you idiots out. All of you alt-right assholes, I'm calling you all out. Milo Yiannopoulos, Richard Spencer, Cernovich, David Duke, Alex Jones, all these people, man. Shut your mouths already, you stupid morons. You're making all of us on the right look like lunatics and ridiculous, pathetic idiots. Now, I don't know what Alex Jones's motive is. I mean, I have no idea. I think I find it ironic that he has some Ruski office manager that is like literally pure Ruski. And let me tell you something about Ruskis. I don't trust a Ruski. I never have trusted a Ruski in my life. You want to know why? I've told you why. Because these people are weirdos, all right? I mean, this is the only people in the world that created serfdom, all right, which is a class below slavery, if you can believe that. This is the same people that traded the czars for the Bolsheviks and have been living. I mean, do you understand these people can internalize their hurt, they can internalize their feelings, and they can outside project themselves completely different. I'm telling you, I don't trust Ruskis, all right? And on top of that, Ghost, Ghost, what the hell am I talking? I'm talking to myself. And on top of that, I would like to go into a little bit more deeper detail, all right, about the Ruskis. Oh, yeah. Did y'all know that the Illuminati card game also features Keck? Yeah, here it is right here, folks, all right? That's what I'm saying. You need to look into this Illuminati card game. This was made in 1996 by a guy in Austin, Texas, and he had to shut his operation down because he was raided by the government, okay? And the only reason that we have any remnants of this game is because of the people that actually purchased it, okay? All right. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right, that's all I'm saying. As a matter of fact, here's one that's eerily similar to Trump in the Illuminati game. I'm just saying, okay? Now, you could call this a coincidence. You could call this like, oh, come on. I mean, I don't really give a crap, all right? I don't really give a goddamn. Anyway, the bottom line is that aside from Russia being what it is and what I feel it is, I'd like for everybody to take a look at the Orthodox Church's cross. Have anybody ever seen the Orthodox Church of Russia? You know, their Christmas doesn't fall on the same Christmas day as ours. They celebrate it in like January 6th or some crap. Have you seen the cross of the Orthodox Church? I want you to notice something when you look at it. You're Googling it up right now. I'm hoping you are. It's a double cross, you dumb idiots! It's a double cross! Damn it! You stupid idiot! It's a double cross! That's why I don't trust these goddamn Ruskis, man! It's a double cross! That's why I don't trust these goddamn Ruskis! Do you get it? Do you get it? It's a damn double cross! Jesus Christ, give it a mind! Give it a mind! I mean, search it for yourself. Look at the damn Russian Orthodox Church's cross. It's a damn double cross! So that's why I'm saying, folks, you know, I don't trust these Ruskis, and I think they are at the bottom, in my opinion, of the globalist specter that we are seeing right before our eyes. I do not trust Russia as far as I can throw them. And I'm telling all of you people that are out here trying to think that you're half Russian or something because of this damn election, they've already psyoped you, man. For all you people that are out here, trying to use KGB in your name and that sort of thing, hey, they already co-opted you. They already psyoped you, for Christ's sake. They already psyoped you. Because, folks, let's be clear here. Vladimir Putin is not a nationalist, okay? Vladimir Putin is not a nationalist. If he was a nationalist and he cared about Mother Russia, he would not be a part of the United Nations. He would not be a part of the World Court. He would not be a part of the G20. He would not be a part of any of these globalist institutions. He's a fraud. He's a phony. I mean, what they are doing to the world is out-psyoping everybody. They are double-crossing everybody, for a lack of a better term. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Here's one more card that eerily looks similar to some people that we know. Here, let me go ahead and retweet this. There you go. Enjoy. I'm telling you this right now. If you have never heard of those Illuminati cards, these were actual, and this was a game. This was an actual role-playing game in which it was a deck of cards, and, like traditional role-playing games are played. And this was created by somebody in Austin, Texas, who ended up getting raided by the government and shutting down his operation because they wanted to know what the hell this guy knows, how he knows it, so on and so forth. Anyway, let me continue going here, folks. I just want to let everybody know that the capitalist army renounces these so-called alt-right personalities because they don't have Trump's best interest in mind. These people are putting themselves as fodder for the lamestream media to show that Trump's so-called rhetoric is dangerous, and they are shaping the narrative. They are shaping the narrative everyday Joe Six-Pack. All right? I'm just saying. Anyway, Jesus Christ, man. Let me continue going, all right? Screw you, Richard Spencer, Cernovich, David Duke, and unfortunately Milo Yiannopoulos. I don't know what your motive is, Milo, but it's definitely not money. And I'm going to leave this at this. I'd like an age check now on Milo Yiannopoulos because, as I stated about D-Ray, what did I tell you about D-Ray? D-Ray is rabble-rousing his people into riots, into civil disobedience, into civil despair, all right, to burn down their own black neighborhoods, to burn down their black businesses. Why? Why exactly would D. Ray McKesson do that to his own people? Folks, it goes back to the HIV/AIDS situation. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I personally believe that anyone that is afflicted with AIDS, HIV, has some level, all right, some level of mental, I don't want to call it like mental lunacy, but it's definitely on the level of crazy, because there is a big correlation here recently in the political news of homosexuals, blatant, out and about AIDS-infected looking homosexuals that are out here conducting themselves in attempts at trying to uprise violence or conduct violence themselves. I talked about this yesterday on the Project Veritas videos of James O'Keefe when he outed those two freaky-looking AIDS-infected-looking femmes that were trying to plan an acid attack in the ventilation system of a building during the inauguration, and they were planning this out at Comic Pizza. So, I mean, I want an AIDS check on Milo Yiannopoulos, because if he has AIDS or HIV, in my personal opinion, this provocation in Berkeley, the belly of the beast, who the hell, come on, if you didn't think there was going to be any kind of provocation there. But it makes sense now. If he happens to have the AIDS, it makes sense why he's doing what he's doing. I'm serious. Listen, I have nothing against Milo Yiannopoulos. I actually liked Milo Yiannopoulos when I came back. I tweeted at him a couple of times. I appreciated the intellectual substance that he would project when he would debate a lot of these oppositions. But now he is nothing more than a provocateur. He's a provocateur, and he's making Trump look like an idiot. He's making Trump and his administration look dangerous, just like Richard Spencer. So I'm calling both these idiots out. Whenever you see these morons on the boob tube, I'm talking the lamestream mainstream media, CNN, MSNBC, we need to call them out for the shills they are, because they're goddamn shills from the word go. And that's all there is to it. All right? Anyway, folks, I want to move on from this subject matter because we're running out of time here. All right? I want to talk about a celebrity here recently that I tweeted out earlier this morning, and I'm talking about Sarah, Silverman. I mean, let me tell you something about this Skankosaurus. She came out today and advocated a military coup in this country. Now, first of all, I think that's laughable, because as if the military is going to take the sides of a bunch of bedwetting, long-haired, liberal, hippie idiots that haven't contributed anything to this country other than destroying it, all right? So I find it funny that these idiots actually think that they're going to get the military on their side. I think that's comical, all right? I think that's hilarious. Not to mention that Donald Trump has most of the mainstream generals that command the respect of average, everyday military in the Pentagon today. I'm talking about all those generals on the side of Trump. I mean, the military isn't going to go on the side of a bunch of fruit bowls. Come on! Anyway, for you folks that are unaware, Sarah Silverman, all right, this idiot, all right, this complete, utter, disgusting, despicable dish rag whore had the audacity to tweet out, I think it was yesterday, she had the audacity to tweet out, "Wake up and join the resistance. Once the military is with us, fascists get overthrown. Mad King and his handlers go bye-bye." Do you hear that? I mean, if Sarah Silverman can advocate this kind of stuff towards our president, why can't we advocate something towards Sarah Silverman? I'm just saying. I mean, if Lady Gaga and Madonna and these people can advocate violence towards our president, why can't we advocate a reciprocal type of reaction? I mean, I don't want to advocate anything, but it seems to me that there is no recourse for these people constantly, continuously threatening the life of our president. And as far as I'm concerned, why can't we throw a reciprocating type of threat back? How come these people think that they're untouchable? How come these people think that they can get away with this? Let me tell you something, Sarah Silverman, all right? You want to start advocating violence against my president? You want to start talking about overthrowing the government? I'm telling you this right now. You have put yourself in a dangerous territory. And I'm warning you, Sarah Silverman, if I were you, I would get out of politics if you knew what was good for your stupid, ignorant ass. I'm tired of you idiots trying to provoke civil unrest in my country. I'm tired of you people threatening my president. And as far as I'm concerned, at this point, everybody who hates Sarah Silverman, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell, Michael Moore, anybody else who's advocating violence in this country, who is advocating violence against the president, they are open season as far as I'm concerned. All right? I mean, how come Milo couldn't show up at Sarah Silverman's house? How about that, Milo? Huh? You self-serving fruit bowl? Why didn't you go show up at Sarah Silverman's house and protest there? How come? How come? And look at this moron. Look at this. Right when I'm talking, look at dumbass Spencer. Look, God damn it. I mean, right when I'm talking about Milo Yiannopoulos, look at this dumbass Richard Spencer. Look, I just retweeted a tweet. Look at this scumbag. You son of a bitch, Spencer. You son of a bitch. Look. Look. Look at that Richard Spencer tweet. You don't think this son of a bitch knows what I'm talking about? You don't think this son of a bitch knows I know he's a goddamn Ruski agent? Huh? You don't think so? You don't think so now? This son of a bitch is a Ruski agent. Give me the mic. You don't think this son of a bitch is doing this on purpose? You don't think this son of a bitch is listening to this broadcast? You don't think this son of a bitch is watching my tweets, for Christ's sake? Look at what this idiot just said. Richard Spencer, as society, we must ensure free speech protections. Milo should return to Berkeley. If he doesn't, I will. That's what he just goddamn retweeted. Look, you see what I'm saying about this goddamn scumbag? Huh? Huh? I'm telling you this right now. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm telling you this right now. Watch the damn lamestream media give this idiot Richard Spencer the attention after him saying this. Just watch. And watch how they're going to link him up with Trump. We cannot allow these idiots to continue doing this, man. We're taking it from all sides out here, man. We got enemies all around us now. We got enemies on the left. We got enemies on the right. We've got people trying to discredit Trump. We got people trying to act as surrogates of Trump, actually trying to put egg on the face of the administration. I'm not joking. I'm not joking, folks, all right? I'm not joking. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of this crap. And look, somebody just said Trump supports Milo. Did you see his tweets? Hey, listen, he had to say something because these idiots were rioting. And what was he going to say? He was going to say, I'm going to cut your funding for acting like idiots. Okay? I mean, he shouldn't have even have said that, if you want my personal opinion, because then it legitimizes Milo Yiannopoulos' stupidity. Stupid, man. Why can't Milo go to Sarah Silverman's house and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to Sarah Silverman's house, honey, and we're going to protest, and we want her to go and be the socialist that she is so we could go in our house and sleep on her floor. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, folks, all right? But hey, you all keep fucking supporting these idiots. Excuse my French. You cult of personality dickheads. Go ahead and keep supporting these morons. Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you something right now, okay? I'm going to tell you something right now. I could do the same thing that Milo Yiannopoulos, Cernovich, any of these idiots are doing today. I mean, let's be honest. If I wanted to, I could say, hey, I'm going to expose myself on this date. That crap will go viral, and then all of a sudden I just expose myself on a freaking video, and then all of a sudden I become a goddamn big-time mouthpiece of whatever. I don't do it. You want to know why I don't do it? Because I don't want what I'm saying to be misheard. I want the ideas that I'm projecting on this broadcast to penetrate the minds of the people that are going to be the leaders of this world. I want the ideas to be unfiltered and not be mesmerized by something or disinterested because of something they see. I'm not trying to be an attention whore here. I don't want massive amounts of people listening to my broadcast. I want the right people to be listening to my broadcast. Do you understand me? I want the right people to be listening, the thinking people, the people that question everything. I don't want people that think that a cult of personality is something applicable to life. What I want, and let me tell you something, I don't do this damn freaking show for money. If I did it for money, like I said, I would do Keemstar-S type crap. You don't think it's that hard to do. I mean, all you got to do, as I stated, I could just say, hey, on this date, on this time, I'm gonna face reveal and show everybody and show the world, and yay! The whole goddamn thing will go viral. And yay, I become some stupid personality that everybody hates, likes, dislikes. It really doesn't matter. It's all about attention, isn't it? I don't want attention. You know what I want? I want the minds that listen to this broadcast to pay attention to the ideas. Do you understand that? Because you see, a lot of these tards that unfortunately I had to throw on the short bus, they are so stupid. And because mommy and daddy has pussy pampered these idiots so much and bought them everything, has fed them everything, that they haven't paid for nothing, that they can't even pay attention. They can't even pay attention. And that's why they're on a short bus right now, because they can't even pay attention. That's how stupid and ridiculous they are. And that's why I'm saying I don't do this for money. I do this for the ideas. I want the future leaders of this world to understand that capitalism is the essence of freedom. It allows anyone who participates in the capitalist idea, in the capitalist economic system, to carve out their own destiny and not have it dictated by some bureaucrat in some Politburo somewhere or in some bureaucracy somewhere. I do what I do to perpetuate the idea of capitalism and to perpetuate the ideas of the truth. The truth! And that's why I do this broadcast, folks. All right? That's why I do it. I don't want any fame. I don't want any attention. I just want the ideas of capitalism to get all the attention. I want the ideas of capitalism to be in the minds of everybody. Why do you think I give people advice on how to make capital? Why do you think I try to help everybody through this broadcast to decipher truth from not truth? Why do you think I give information on this show for free that people would otherwise have you pay for? I do so because I'm telling you this right now. All right? All right? I'm telling you this right now. The reason I do this broadcast is to perpetuate ideas and to perpetuate knowledge. And I give knowledge away for free because I consider myself a little bit of a teacher in some regards. And I know that when people use the knowledge that I gave out for free on this broadcast, and when they look back upon their lives, they will pay homage to the teacher. They will pay homage to those that gave them the information, and that's worth more than money could ever buy. Living on through the people that you teach is more of a gift sum of capital. It's more of a gift than any materialistic widget. It's the ability to live on through souls that you incepted ideas that not only help them create them better people, but help them create a better society. So all I'm simply stating is this, all right? I mean, if I really wanted to do stuff for the money, it's very easy to do so, especially in this starfucker society that we live in. But I don't want that. I don't want that. I just want the people that listen to my broadcast and listen. That's why I do it over the radio. That listen and absorb the information and use that information to better their lives. And that's why I do this broadcast. And everybody else that listens for Twitter shout-outs and radio graffiti, a good portion of you are lost causes, but a small percentage of you are going to get it, you're going to retain the information necessary, and you're going to make yourselves better. And I sincerely hope you do. If not, you're going to end up on the short bus, whether it's in the inner circle or somewhere else in life. And I'm telling you this right now, being on the short bus, I know that these tards out here, they think it's real funny because it's on the internet. There's nothing funny about being a half a tard and people not respecting you because you are an idiot. There's nothing worse than people not respecting you because you are an imbecile, you're ignorant, and you're stupid. There's nothing worse than people kind of having to put up with you as opposed to respecting you. But you see, we've got these half-tards that they don't really care what the attention is. And that's the problem. And that's why yesterday I was asking God, why exactly are you even having these people walking the face of the planet? Anyway, let me continue going on here for Christ's sake because, I'm running out of time. All right, I'm running out of time here. Once again, Sarah Silverman openly calls for a military coup on Twitter. And I'm just simply stating, why doesn't Richard Spencer, why doesn't Milo and all these other rabble-rousers, why don't they pitch a tent in front of Sarah Silverman's house, Madonna's house, any one of these dumbass rabble-rousers' houses, man? I'm tired of you people sitting here provoking crap out of nowhere. If you want to provoke something, why don't you provoke something outside the homes of these damn leftists that are trying to provoke violence, that are trying to threaten a president's life? Why don't you go provoke something right outside your house instead, if you got some balls?
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and recently we've been doing random acts of helpfulness. Like decorating a children's hospital, helping a mom get a tutor for her son, and even replacing stolen tools from a car break-in. And right now, during the Honda Dream Garage sales event, we can help you too with a great deal on an award-winning Honda. Like the Accord, a 2017 Car and Driver 10 Best a record 31 times. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know. Car and Driver, January 2017.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow, all right? And of course, you can download every episode of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast at the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Anyway, we're running out of time here. Once again, we talked a little bit about dumbass Sarah Silverman, threatening a military coup, threatening the life of our president, just like Madonna, just like all these other leftists, just like Michael Moore. And I'm telling Milo and all these other supposed alt-right personalities, which are nothing but shills, if you're that hardcore, if you want to start provoking something, why don't you go to these people's homes and stand outside and provoke something out there? Why don't you stand outside and say, come on out, and let's hear you provoke violence outside in person instead of standing behind your little gated damn house, for Christ's sake. I'm serious. I'm tired of these people thinking they can provoke violence without any kind of recourse. Anyway, folks, let me move on. Let's talk a little bit about Texas, boy. That's right. Let's talk a little bit about Texas. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, is blocking state funding to Travis County, which is Austin's county, over this sanctuary city dispute. And you know what? Good. And I'm glad I'm not there. All right, now I'm glad I'm not there, because I'm telling you what's going to happen if this continues to go. Next month, all the folks that are used to getting entitlements, they ain't going to get them. All right, and if they do get them, it ain't going to be as much as they thought it was going to be, because what Austin and what Travis County has stated is that illegal immigrants have more rights than citizens of the city. And that's what sanctuary city means, folks, all right? I don't care how you try to spin it. Sanctuary city means that your politicians, that your local politicians have already come to the decision that immigrants that are here illegally have more rights than the citizens that elected the bureaucrats that enacted this little sanctuary city policy. And that means veterans, that means people that have put time into this country, people that worked hard in this country. I'm not joking around. This is really what this whole immigration issue is about, this whole sanctuary city issue is about. It means that these politicians feel that refugees and these people that are here illegally have more rights than citizens of the United States. How this lunacy is become so widespread, I have no idea. But once funding is cut to these cities, it's going to become very real very fast. And this whole immigration issue will die very quickly when these people that have no jobs but are collecting gangloads of entitlements that accord them the time necessary to go out and protest all the goddamn time, they're not going to be able to do that because once funding is cut to these people, they're going to realize that, well wait a minute. I don't get my food stamps. I don't get my housing voucher. I'm going to get kicked out. What? What the hell is what? And I'm telling you this, I think it should happen sooner than later. Cut sanctuary city funding now, all right? And watch what happens. It'll be funny. It'll be a sight to see when the PO in America that are supposed to be American citizens, that are supposed to be getting benefits and entitlements, they don't get them that month because they finally realize that illegal immigrants supersede their importance. And that's the fact. I mean, that's what each and every one of these sanctuary cities are saying. Folks, get it to your goddamn head. I mean, spread that around like wildfire, man. That these politicians that promote sanctuary cities feel that illegal immigrants are more important than the citizens that elected them. Jesus Christ. I mean, we have all gone mad at this point in time, for heaven's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, listen, I'm going to move on from that. But one more again, sanctuary cities need their fundings cut now. Right now. And then let's see the states and the municipalities deal with the freaking chaos that'll ensue. It'll be a sight to see, I'll tell you that right damn now. Anyway, let me move on, folks, because we're running out of time here. I want to talk a little bit about Angela Merkel. She is trying to run some kind of a makeshift campaign out there in Germany to try to win re-election. And part of that is having to go out and meet Erdogan. And to be honest with you, Erdogan has got, well, I guess Merkel doesn't have balls, so I guess got Merkel's by the breast or something. I guess, I don't know. But, I mean, Erdogan has got literally Merkel in some kind of a headlock. And the reason I say this is because Erdogan could easily open the floodgates of millions upon millions of more migrants and just have them flood into the EU, and it would be a serious problem, even 10 times worse than Europe has already seen thus far. And really, that's the bargaining chip that Erdogan has with the European Union. That's why he attempted to get into the European Union. That's why they made Turkey a part of NATO. And really, it's kind of blown up in everybody's face because Erdogan has his own endeavors. He has his own ambitions. And in my personal opinion, I think that Erdogan is acting on his own. And I think he's kind of a rogue leader at this point in time, trying to utilize his influence in the Arab world to consolidate power so he can bring back remnants of the Ottoman Empire, in my opinion. And for you folks that are unaware, the Ottoman Empire was an empire that lasted for over 500 years until World War I, when the Ottoman Empire decided to side with the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. And unfortunately, that side lost. The Ottoman Empire was disbanded. As a matter of fact, if you want to know how they were disbanded from the inside out, because of a British agent named Lawrence of Arabia. He's an English guy. He came to fight the Turkish. That asshole. Lawrence of Arabia went into the Ottoman Empire and made deals with all the warlords that ruled the provinces of the Ottoman Empire. And they agreed to bring down the Ottoman Empire from within. And as a result, the Treaty of Versailles happened after World War I, which carved up the Ottoman Empire into the current Middle East structure that we see today. And any Middle Eastern country that has a royal family, these are the descendants of the tribes that negotiated with Lawrence of Arabia. I'm not even joking. I mean, this is the damn remnants. This is the offspring of the tribes that negotiated with Lawrence of Arabia. There is no goddamn precedent of royal families in Arabic or Muslim history. All the royal families in control of the Arabic lands derived from the split up of the Ottoman Empire, for heaven's sake. So anyway, with that being said, that's why Turkey, Erdogan's leader, Turkey, has the EU by the balls, has Merkel by the breasts, and is telling Merkel, you just sit there and shut up and you listen to what I say. I can only imagine that's the position Turkey has right now against Merkel, right now against the EU, and that's why the EU doesn't know whether it's coming or going. I'm telling you this right now, Erdogan can literally open up the floodgates of way more millions of migrants that would flood Europe and make it even a worse situation, believe it or not, than it already is. Now, according to all reports, this was a tense meeting. I did hear that Erdogan did yell at Merkel, and as I stated, folks, I mean, Erdogan is in a pretty good position here. He's in a pretty good position. I mean, he's playing all sides here. He's playing both sides of the East-West paradigm, and meanwhile, he's utilizing their proxy war to kind of incrementally take more and more bits of land for Turkey. And right after the fake coup that Turkey threw on itself, I said that Russia was involved. Nobody believed me. 2 weeks later, Erdogan and damn Putin are shaking hands. He's playing both sides. And we need to look and see every single little move that Erdogan is going to do, because he could potentially cause a major crisis in Europe. And he knows it. All right? He knows it, and that's how he's got the EU by the balls. And I would like to know what Merkel is planning on doing as it pertains to this issue with Turkey. Now, with that being said, let's see what the future holds. But I wouldn't like to be in an EU country right now with Erdogan on the freaking ready to open up the floodgates of migrants, man. I mean, you guys in Europe have already taken a bad brunt end of the migrant crisis, and it could get even 10 times worse if Turkey opens up the floodgates. And I think he's going to at some point in time. I think that's his end goal, and I don't think the EU really understands that. I don't think the EU understands that that's his ace card, and it could literally destroy the EU, and not to mention the floods of migrants could literally just help him take over Europe. So he's positioning himself. I know exactly what Erdogan's doing. I'm studying his moves. I'm not stupid to what he's doing. Maybe the goddamn EU is. I'm not. So with that being said, let me continue on with the next issue because I don't have much time. Give me my drink. I need a drink, for Christ's sake. Let's talk a little bit about the Philippines. Now, I've talked a little bit about Rodrigo Duterte. This guy is the president and the leader of the Philippines. He has a very controversial drug war going on right now in his country that is catching the attention of all the international watchdog groups, the United Nations, so on and so forth. His drug policy, believe it or not, and I was critical at first until I watched an interview with him on RT, of all places, where he kind of rationalizes why he has such a violent drug policy. Now, for you folks that are unaware of his drug policy, it's basically this. Kill all drug dealers, it's now legal. Kill all drug dealers, it's now legal in the Philippines. All right? I'm not even joking around. That's the policy of the drug policy of the Philippines. So if you're a cop, if you're a police officer, you're working the beat, and you see a drug dealer and he runs away, the policy is just to shoot him and kill him. And because there has been so many killings of drug dealers at this point in time, all of a sudden people are wanting to stop their drug addiction. I mean, it's not funny, but it's serious, though. All of a sudden, you got people rushing to rehab trying to stop their drug addiction because literally there's a shoot-to-kill policy on drug dealers. Now, why exactly would Rodrigo Duterte implement this type of policy? Well, he said in an interview, which I thought was very interesting. I don't agree with it, but I can have somewhat empathy to his situation. He's a leader of a country right now that is so drug-induced and so addicted to drugs that is going to cost him, I think he said, somewhere in the range of like $2 trillion to try to solve the problem in trying to help all this country and trying to stop the drug trade and so on and so forth. And he said, we don't have that kind of money. I mean, he straight up said that. He said, we don't have $2 trillion. We don't have that kind of money. We're a poor country. And he said, all we can do at this point in time, instead of wasting all this money, is just kill these drug dealers in the street. I mean, why even arrest them? Why even arrest them and they go to jail and come out and do the whole damn thing again? Why not just shoot them right there dead in the street? So, I mean, that's why, with all due respect, he's kind of taken a primitive approach at the war on drugs. I mean, that's a real war on drugs right there. When you've got the president saying, shoot to kill as it pertains to drug dealers, I mean, good God. You know what I'm saying? Good God. So anyway, I don't know what to think about the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte, but, I can kind of sympathize to a certain extent. I mean, when you have a poor country and there's an estimated $2 trillion needed to help the country wean itself off drugs, the alternative is just, the ultimate extreme. And the ultimate extreme in this instance is Duterte, advising his police force across the country to just shoot to kill drug dealers. And it's obviously working. People are getting scared now. People are going to rehab. They don't want to get on drugs anymore. They don't want to be shot. So it makes sense, all right? It makes a little bit of sense, and I find it rather ironic, don't you think? Anyway, let's continue going here. Did anybody hear about the protests? Massive protest, about an estimated 300,000 people hitting the streets of Bucharest in Romania, which is the capital of Romania. And the reason that this is such a interesting situation, because Romania right now is cold as hell, all right? It's colder than a witch's titty out there. 300,000+ people converged in Bucharest and decided to raise up because of a recent proposition that was passed, basically sheltering politicians from any kind of corruption charge. Oh, yeah, that's going to work out just right. That's that's great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how do politicians think they can get away with this crap? I'm serious. I mean, even in a poor country like Romania, how in the hell do they think they're going to get away with these kinds of freaking laws, for Christ's sake? Trying to shelter themselves from corruption charges? Give me a break. I mean, come on, Bucharest. Come on and raise up, for Christ's sake, man. We can't allow these ridiculous, pathetic politicians to think that they're above the law. No one should be above the law. No one should be above the law. And you mean to tell me that now the politicians in Romania are sheltering themselves or shielding themselves for any kind of corruption probes? You've got to be kidding me. These people out here in Romania, these politicians, they think they're above the law? I mean, just, God damn it, man. This is why I don't like bureaucrats. You understand it? This is why I don't like bureaucrats. Do you understand me? I don't like bureaucrats. This is why. This is why. Thank God, though, there was enough people out there, all right? Thank God there was enough people out there raising up, against these corruption laws in Bucharest, because if no one's going to stand up to these people, if no one's going to stand up to these bureaucrats, then these bureaucrats are going to continue to run a goddamn muck. And that's what they've been doing thus far, haven't they? Anyway, folks, let me get to last but not least, all right? I want to talk about the state of America and the turbulent times to come. Now, we've alluded to some of this earlier in the broadcast, but I want to caution everybody. I think, and I have been saying this for some months now, that nothing good can come out of all the turbulence politically that's going on in this country right now. And unless Donald Trump finally starts arresting people, all right, which I think he needs to do sooner than later, then we are going to see some major, major violent situations happening all across the country. All right, I mean, this idiot garbage in Berkeley is just the tip of the iceberg, and I don't want that. I don't want violent episodes. I don't want civil unrest. I want civil society again. And the only people that don't are these provocateurs out here that for whatever reason have a vested interest into making sure that America is under a civil unrest situation. And we as civilized people cannot allow this to happen, folks. We're going to have to start getting our knuckles dirty. And I'm not joking around. We better start standing up. And we better start exposing these people, confronting these people, doing whatever it takes to nullify these people's potency in trying to delegitimize our president. Because that's what all this ruckus is about, folks. That's what the lamestream media is trying to spread on the boob tube. That's why you've got all these nonprofits paying these protesters. That's why they're doing this. And it's time for us to hit back, folks. It's time for us to realize that unless something is done, unless somebody goes and arrests a Sarah Silverman, arrests a Michael Moore, arrests a Lady Gaga, arrests a Katy Perry, arrests a Richard Spencer, arrests these people, we're going to continue to see this powder keg get bigger and bigger. And all I want, folks, all I want is to go back to civil society so we can all start capitalizing, so we can all start making America great again, so we can start creating the economic opportunity to lift all who want out of poverty. I don't want civil unrest. I'm telling you, but if no one is going to arrest these people, then something needs to be done to stop these people. And I don't know what that answer is at this point in time, but I am imploring the administration, please arrest these people. These people are dangerous, And unless somebody arrests them, unless some authority takes them off the streets, then someone is going to have to stop them. Because they're going to continue going. It's obvious these people are not going to go back to business as usual. These people are not going to go back and do what they're used to doing. They're going to continue to perpetuate this civil unrest narrative until it actually happens on a national scale. So once again, I am encouraging the administration to start arresting these people. I'm not even joking around. We need to start having these people arrested. And if not, then somebody needs to stop these people. Because I don't want civil unrest. And really, the only people you need to really stop are the leaders and these people that are on soapboxes, that have venues that are doing this. Because once you stop these people from rabble-rousing, these everyday people will just go away and, go back to their everyday, pathetically anal lives. So that's why I'm telling everybody, it's time. You understand me? It's time for the Trump administration to start rounding these leftists up. And if they're not going to do it, somebody's got to stop them. Anyway, with that being said, folks, let me go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, all right? And I'm talking about Radio Graffiti! That's right, folks. Radio Graffiti, a part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 563-999, all right, 3791. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this Radio Graffiti, all right? Now, before I get to Radio Graffiti, once again, I would like to remind everybody, we've got Valentine's Day cards, all right? And, of course, if you want a Valentine's Day card, all you got to do is go right now and type into your browser ghost.market, okay? And the reason I'm continuously talking about these is I'm pulling these off of the market here by, next Tuesday at the latest, all right? They're going to be pulled off by next Tuesday at the latest, so get them while you can, folks. Type into your browser, all right, ghost.market, and, hook it up, all right? $5, all right? Give me a break. If you're going to buy one for yourself, buy one for your pet, buy one for someone else, all right? Buy one for someone else and give it another address. It doesn't really matter. It's Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. Just like Morrissey said. Didn't Morrissey say, I am human and I want to be loved just like everybody else does. So anyway, with that being said, do we have any Radio Graffiti callers, engineer? All right. Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti right now. All right, who do we got here? How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? Now, to kill 2 trillion knickers, it's now legal. Man, I never said that, you stupid moron. That's a splice, and anybody that listens to this broadcast knows it, all right? 518 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, is that me?
That's you.
I'm the one that tweeted you out the thing about Richard Spencer earlier. Did you see the one about Gavin McInnes, too?
Yes, I did. So, obviously, there's going to be some major confrontation at the McGinnis, I guess the McGinnis appearance at Jimmy Kimmel's show.
He's going on Kimmel. I thought he was just doing his own speaking thing. Also, did you see those big bodega walkouts down in the city also?
No, I didn't get to see it, man.
It's a bunch of
Tweet them at me, and I'll go ahead and I'll retweet them out, all right? How about 412 Radio Graffiti?
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Say, I got you, baby. I got you, baby.
All right. Okay, great. It's Groundhog Day. All right, let's not start that crap, all right? I get it. I know what y'all are doing. And my apologies. McGinnis is speaking at NYU. I thought he was speaking on Kimmel or something. I had no idea. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Mr. Sev, Radio Graffiti.
I love Jiggy Knickers.
Oh, Christ, no! No! No!
Knickers.
Mr. Sev, Radio Graffiti.
What the hell was that? Jesus Christ! What kind of splice was that? What the hell was that? Oh my God, man. You gotta be joking, you know? You gotta be joking, for Christ's sake, man. Give me the Look, I don't know what kind of a Tiny Toon, racist cartoon type of crap that was, but shove it up your pooper, all right? Good God. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
And all you assholes that say that I'm a knicker train, hey, it's the truth. Nigger, 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 nigger. Nigger, 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 nigger.
Look, hey, stop it with the racist crap! Stop! Stop it with all the racist splices, man! You're gonna get me taken off the air! Stop it! Just stop! Jesus Christ, just stop it already, man. Just stop. Oh, my God. You're going to get me pulled off the air with this racist crap. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. You're going to get me, you're going to be yanked off the air, you dumb son of a bitch. All right, shove all that racist crap up your ass. And look, wait a minute. What is this crap? What the hell is it? Did somebody make a short bus graphic for themselves for crying? Jesus Christ. Damn it. I mean, look at these shameless tards. Look at these shameless goddamn tards, for heaven's sake. Look at them, man. They made a short bus graphic for themselves. Look at these freaking tards, man. Look at these freaking tards. I'm telling you, man. What did I tell you? Shameless bastards, huh? What did I tell you? Shameless bastards. Jesus, freaking short bus idiot, tard bastards, man. Give me the mic. Short bus graphics. I'm telling you, shameless attention whores, man. Shameless half-a-tard attention whores on the next Geraldo. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
J-Man Capitalist Radio Graffiti.
Don't make fun of the inner circle, you son of a bitch. Those are my friends. Seriously, I don't want to have any friends. And I don't have any friends. Shut up, you stupid son of a bitch, all right? The inner circle are my friends. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. They're my friends. They're my family, all right? And look, unfortunately, we gotta stop with the mental retardation, We need to stop with the mental retardation. That's all there is to it. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have? 443, Radio Graffiti.
When the TCR fan loses his temper, he goes completely psycho.
When you're getting bitched out and getting fucking thrown actual facts, you don't know how to handle it. You're a real man. You're gonna have to freaking sit down, take your lickings like a freaking man, and shut the hell up.
Like he will kill anybody in his way.
You're nothing but an egotistical bully. That's all you can come up with, you fuckhead!
This summer comes a new horror movie where a crazy fan named Randy goes completely insane.
Oh my God.
You're listening to me. This is my fucking server. Baldy, just calm down, dude. Just put down a knife, dude. Just put down a knife, dude. Flash him on you! Oh my God! Are you so fucking dead? But you didn't fucking watch it when it was happening because you're such a fucking pussy. Listen here. Baldy's completely insane. He's going to go like boom in a second. He's going to go boom, 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 and then it's going to happen like that.
He's insane. Oh my God, Shorty. He's in the room. I hope he doesn't find me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Randy the Killer. Rated R.
What the hell was that? Are you kidding me, for heaven's sake? Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. How about 971 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, girls. So I got my transgender surgery done. I was wondering if you want to join me in the bathtub. What's up, guy?
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit mbusa.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and recently we've been doing random acts of helpfulness. Like decorating a children's hospital, helping a mom get a tutor for her son, and even replacing stolen tools from a car break-in. And right now, during the Honda Dream Garage sales event, we can help you too with a great deal on an award-winning Honda. Like the Accord, a 2017 Car and Driver 10 Best a record 31 times. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know. Car and Driver, January 2017.
Well, no, I don't think you had the surgery. If you had had the surgery, you wouldn't have that much bass in your voice. You actually have a little bit too much bass in your voice. I never thought I'd ever say that, but yeah, you know, if you're trying to be a tranny, you got a little bit too much bass in your voice there, right? What the hell was that? You got a little bit too much bass in your bass there, boy. I mean, just, you know what? Just shut up. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
This is Sparta Radio Graffiti.
This is 430 AM National Socialist Radio.
430 AM National Socialist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of racial supremacy.
Give him a light America or give him death.
Seek! Ghost where you seek! Ghost where you seek! Ghost where you...
Broadcasting from the Aryan Nation's compound in beautiful Hidden Lake, Idaho.
Dispense justice with extreme prejudice on these stupid, obnoxious Jews. All right, I'm not joking around. I mean, some of these goddamn Jews need to end up shot.
And now he'll take it from here. Your host, the savior of the white race, the true patriot they call.
All right, shut up. All right, just shut up. It's a stupid intro, and stop making intro splices already, all right? You son of a bitch, I hate them. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
By the filthy slop. One hot day in San Antonio, the gelatinous beast known as Ghost was looking at his wife for being too fat to change his catheter bag. His wife responded by flipping him.
Jesus Christ, with these stupid fanfics. You guys got a lot of problems, man. I'm serious. I mean, anybody who actually gets off on these fanfics should be put on a list of sexual predators. I'm not even joking. I'm not even kidding around. 630 Radio Graffiti. Okay, you're just going to sit there and play with the Peter Popper? All right, that's fine. How about anonymous radio graffiti?
You can tell Ghost I said this because I don't really mind that. There is a problem with the cult of personality around what he says. You can prove a lot of the things that have been discovered about the universe because it's observable, like the observation of quantum physics. So, but rather than picking and choosing what he believes in, he's got this very us against them mentality. So rather than saying, okay, this is all bullshit, global warming's bullshit, but that also means everything else these people say is bullshit.
Yeah, it's good that this group is not surrounded by yes men. That's what I did want.
My problem with people in here though is they often do just blindly follow Ghost. I think that's a kind of dangerous precedent because if you blindly follow him, okay, Ghost isn't right about everything. He hasn't really pushed his boundaries of understanding when it comes to the universe, to the physical world, to the natural world.
I know what you mean. No one can be an expert at anything, especially such broad subjects. Definitely. But yeah, again, I would not like this group to become just a circle jerk of yes men, you know.
It's what the Pal Talk was reduced to. It was very much Ghost word is singular. It is the only word. This is not the case. You have to listen to what Ghost says and pick and choose what you believe based on what you already believe.
I'm listening to the man all the time. I'm analyzing it, and whatever suits me, I just take in.
What the? Damn it! Fucking betrayal! God damn it! You son of a bitch! God damn it! God damn it! God damn it, you son of a bitch! What the hell am I supposed to say after that? What the hell am I supposed to say after that? Jesus Christ! I'm telling you this right now, Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Who the hell can you trust anymore? Who the hell can you goddamn trust anymore? God damn it! God damn it! Who the hell can you trust anymore? God damn it! It's pissing me off! God damn it! Jesus! Give me the... Are you freaking kidding me? Huh? This is what happens when I'm gone? Huh? Is this it? Huh? Is this it? Is this it? You know what? I'm done with this show. You know what? Screw this. I'm getting the hell out of here. All right, get me out of here, engineer. I don't need to be putting up with this crap. Sitting here, I gave you all my soul. I gave you all my soul, for Christ's sake. Get me the hell out of here. I'm not. Get me the fuck out of here. I'm getting the hell out of here.